because you got this last visit and other people outside of Luce mention your name and certain things, are you going to let that paperwork go you've been holding on for so long?
I told y'all about that, how to get that paperwork. I told you in the county. Go grab it. It's only, it's 20 minutes from here. Go grab it.
But you got it already.
Yeah, I got the paperwork. But y'all can go grab the paperwork too. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm the type of person, I know what it is. I stay away from the situation. When I learned the situation, what happened, and how many of the homies was telling, I stayed out. Only kick it with certain.
And there was some real prominent names in there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Some of the same names is locked up on the RICO.
So you're saying that if some enterprising young YouTuber really wanted to make a name for themselves, they would just have to go where and ask for what?
All they have to do is just go to the Fed building in Los Angeles, look up Jermaine Williams forfeiture case, and everything that's on there, and they'll see all the names that was on there. That's telling and everything.
And there's some very prominent names out there.
Well, you're the exposer. Why don't you do it?
Well, he just said it last night. I'm pretty sure they own it.
Oh, okay.
He told me, but I didn't have my team on it. He told me like a while ago. Yeah. But at this point in time, you got Luce saying he's lying, but now I'm understanding because from what we're learning, a lot of people that's acting like they against each other are really in cahoots even right now today.
They are.
Really?
Yes. The niggas that's in jail and that's saying that they going at it, they fighting, they not in the same dorms. They all in the same fucking dorm. They all coming up with a situation to point the finger at me. That's the reason why I'm here now, because the feds told me. So everything that I'm saying is true. So all the fake stabbings, the fake fights, all this other shit, they all together. They all coming up with the same shit. They all had little bitty pieces that the feds was telling me. So.
But when you say they all, who are you talking about? Loose Cannon?
The ones that's in the
Loose Cannon,
Brick
Big
Baby?
U, Brick Baby.
That they're all together.
He's saying they all in cahoots. He said there ain't no problems with them. Which I'm gonna be real. We got to keep it real because when Luce got there and claimed they were sellies, Brick rolled with it. Yeah. When Luce got there and claimed he had to check Big U for trying to make Brick Baby sign some paperwork, he rolled with it. So they was rolling with it until that. Now I think they may be separated now.
Okay.
I think Luce is somewhere else.
No, they're not separated, bro. That's all.
Yeah,
all
because Luce is wherever Lil Durk is at. He on the 9th floor.
Yeah, but they all still could walk around and all still be together and all that other shit. The Fed just told me like a week ago that they all still together.
How could he possibly put these crimes on you?
If it ain't no fingerprints.
Okay, you gotta understand
it's
that.
It's identical. Are you identical?
So you gotta understand. If there's no fingerprints and they sat up there and said, show the picture of me, you know, that's reasonable doubt to sit there and say that, oh, that might not be him. Okay. That might be the other one.
So if they show the victims a picture of him and they pick him out and they know it's him and not Jermaine, you're Jermaine, right?
Yeah. So,
right? He can use that in the defense, but he's saying you're sending the feds. Why are you even putting my name in that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm your twin brother, bro. So at the end of the day, it's like, you want to protect me. If you're going to use that in your defense, like during trial, that's cool. But don't expose your hand right then and there and say that and then have them coming after me and then y'all sitting up there saying like, oh, he helped me do this. He helped me do this. I did stuff like that.
They implemented him in other stuff even outside of the robbery.
I mean, it's kind of like how people put bodies on dead people. Or like they put crimes on dead people. I know, but you just put it on your twin.
They try to dead your ass.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, you can't prove it with me. Look at this guy. He looks just like me. I mean, you don't look that much like him though, right? I mean,
but if you show a picture, you know, and the victim, you know, seen it, even just with, you know, with the only thing that would fucked him up is him going on different podcasts and seeing the people they robbed and all the other shit.
Yeah, he copped to it already.
So he copped to all that. But the other shit, you know, I don't know if the rappers that, you know, whatever.
He was lying about the Meek Mill. He was lying.
You don't believe the Meek Mill one now?
Nah, I never believed the Meek Mill thing.
Okay.
Ever. First of all, I know Meek's team. Second of all, the Big U Meek thing wasn't gonna work because they all Muslims. Meek's team is Muslims. That's not gonna. It ain't gonna go that far like that. But and to say that Meek saw him walk up and just took $300,000 of jewelry off his neck and said, "Here."
Wait. Okay. I have a question. How close were you to Luce Cannon in 2019?
I mean, we off and on, you know, because of the shit he do. Like the shit he do, I don't agree with a lot.
Do you remember talking to him about Nipsey around the time that Nipsey died?
Yeah.
Did he mention anything about anything sketchy at all?
You talking about that phone call
that he allegedly got from Big U? Yeah, it feels like he would have mentioned that to you at that time, right?
Okay. On that situation is there was a phone call, but the thing about the phone call was that it was after the situation had happened. That but you know, situations from that situation, you know, a lot of people knew beforehand what was gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah. So, and 60 business. So at the end of the day, like I said, that's how I operate. That's how a lot of people operate. You don't show paperwork. If you don't show paperwork, you can't call a person a snitch.
But you believe that Big U knew it was going to happen before it happened?
I'm not going to put no accusations on nobody because I don't sit there and.
But what he's saying is,
you got to understand this. If you call somebody a snitch,
yeah,
and you don't have the paperwork,
they got the right.
They got the right. So you gotta call a couple of people to see if you can get that green light. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have that paperwork, that's the reason why. Like I say,
see, when I said it, they got mad at me. I said, "Yo," I said, "This is gangbang. You call a dude a snitch, and you ain't got to work. Because if dude would have let that ride, I don't think he'd have lasted a week. It gets around."
It is a weird situation though, because it's like he either asks, if this happened as it supposedly did, if he either asked for permission to kill him and then go do the rest of your life in jail or prison, or you don't ask and then you also probably get caught and have to do the rest of your life in prison, and then also the hood is mad at you. So it's like, how does having to ask really stop you that much?
They still
when
mad at
you're making such a crash out decision that you know your life is never going to be the same after this. I don't know.
No.
It's just like, it's easy for us to imagine that he was so offended in that moment that he went and got a gun and shot him. It's harder for me to imagine that he was that angry about it, approached him again, got called a snitch again, and then decided, like, already having asked for permission. I don't know. It's just,
I mean, that situation was going on for like a couple of weeks.
Really?
It wasn't just like it happened right then and there. You know?
They said they'd already had a squabble prior to that.
When that happened, when he went there, he was confronting him again about the situation
to see if it was the same energy.
The same energy, and then Nip blew up. You know, said what he said, and then things happened. You know, so at the end of the day, he could have went there to try to resolve the situation. But when the energy was still the same as a week or two ago, he was just like, all right.
But you don't believe that Big U called Luce Cannon beforehand?
I mean, I know who called who, you know, but at the end of the day, they in jail. I'm not trying to add no more pressure on none of the homies, nobody. But at the end of the day, some of the shit my brother say is true, but then he throw a lot of shit that's not true. So I can say that. But
he mixed shit with sugar.
Yeah.
So he like reveals hidden truths, but then he also sprinkles in.
He adds on to a lot of shit. You know, he's animated, but a lot of the shit he say, you know, he shouldn't have been saying. But since it's already out there, it's like.